First up, viewers, let me ask you this, and I want you to answer honestly. Are you one of those who overspends regularly or went overboard this festive season as the unlock enforced with full-fledged? If you answered yes, perhaps it's time to review how you used your credit card, because according to SBI's research, a credit card user spends 21 times more than a debit card holder. But don't worry, we are not going to ask you to stop spending, but we'll definitely help you in curbing your urge to overspend. And to help you on that, on the ET Money Show today, we bring on board Aparna Ramchandra, founder, director of RectifyCredit.com. Aparna, good evening. Welcome to the show. And yeah, let's talk about overspends. Do you have any data to share with us saying how the spends on the credit card has actually gone up and people have gone overboard maybe this festive season? Any data that you can share with us?
Good evening, Kavita. I think the data is going to be coming in another week's time because we have just about gotten over with Diwali. But if you see the last 6 months trend, there is a continuous increase in the credit card spend. There are three developments. At one level, the spend that is happening on the credit card is way higher. Number two, the number of people wanting to buy personal use stuff on credit card is on the rise. Number three, if you saw, RBI had asked most of the banks to, discontinue the credit cards that were no more in use. So if they were not used for 1 year, RBI had said that the bank should, block those credit cards. They should not be in circulation anymore. So these are certain trends which are open to analysis. If we are now today talking about overspending and credit cards, for sure this season, Diwali, like all of us saw in whichever part of the country we were, everything was 5x because people came out with a vengeance. People spent with a vengeance, people traveled with a vengeance, people bought gold with a vengeance. So it was something like kind of a pent up demand that was there, that was somewhere lurking, which just blew out of proportion this Diwali. And I am only hoping that in the days to come, when the credit card bills hit their mailbox, is where the reality is going to hit them. And as we go along the show, we will also talk about how do we resolve, or how do we work out on a plan to make this repayment. Yeah, Kavita.
But Aparna, I really want to dissect the kind of spending that we are talking about. You said that personal use spending has been noted. This also includes festive shopping?
Yes, because see, it larger. If you saw in the retail sector, they said mobiles were bought. That was like the highest purchase. Then there was also a lot of these utility goods for the house and stuff, and personal care products. So these were largely spent on the credit cards. If you saw the major retail sector, retail outlets, these were the big three chunks where the money has been spent. And, obviously credit card and EMI and all of that follows.
So all in all, we are talking about medium to big ticket shopping that's been done with the credit card that's swiped. Now, let's talk about managing your spends or your overspends. Usually, if you are disciplined in your finances, in your spending, it's perfectly fine to swipe your credit card if you know that you have to pay it back within a period of time. But now for people who've maybe swiped it impulsively, okay, because you are talking about festive season, we are seeing a pent-up demand over here, and people have had long list of shopping that they've done. And as you just mentioned, when the statement or the bill hits their mailbox, that's when the reality check they get. So what should be your first step? How do you organize funds? And if you are in deficit, what to do?
I will divide this question into two parts.
Sure.
The first is where someone is being very good with their credit cards, but because this was Diwali, because they wanted to spend, they have gone a little overboard on spending, which is okay. I mean, we are human beings, we are part of a family, society, whatever. So we've done that. So in that scenario, you have a very simple thing to do. All you need to do is sit back and figure out how much is it that you've gone little overboard. See maximum what you can pay without hurting your cash flow, and in the subsequent 2 to 3 months repay that balance. And most of the credit cards today are offering you those EMI options. I know there is an interest that you will pay, but it is better to pay that minimal interest and be done with this outstanding, rather than get into a bigger circus after this by not paying and all of that. So you make a plan. Suppose you've spent on 2% credit cards and on both you have maxed out. You make a plan, put that together, see how best you can do without hurting your cash flows for the next 3 months. Because if you go overboard this month, next month you go completely berserk, then that spiral effect will continue. So don't hurt your monthly cash flows, but work out how much you can repay. Make a plan for say 3 months, 6 months, finish this. So these are the good ones, good to go. The ones that are the grade two are the ones which are habitual overspenders, which are habitual impulsive buyers. They are already sitting on a credit card overdue, and they have gone bonkers during Diwali. Now here is maybe the time where you need to sit back and really take a deep breath, because whatever new year resolutions you had done, 10 months have gone by, you have just 2 more months. So you can still sort your act together, provided you just stop spending on your credit cards. So tell yourself that the next 2 months you're not swiping your credit card unless they are for your essentials. Again, put this on an Excel. Why I insist on an Excel is there are three things. One is you will for yourself know what is it that you are due to pay. Otherwise, lot of people are in their heads thinking, "Arey zyada nahi hai, ho jayega." So when the numbers are there out there in black and white, the reality hits. Two, you also know what is it that you need to be planning for. See, then you can make your plan so that you are able to repay. Now, having done this exercise, see how much you can, pay on without stretching yourself elsewhere. Or if everything else is good, see if you can take a personal loan for less than a year, repay the whole thing. If nothing else is possible, then go back to your credit card guys and tell them that you need an EMI, pay whatever interest they are going to charge you, but at least, split that in smaller amounts so that you are able to repay this. Because not paying credit card bills or defaulting on credit card bills is like a big no, because it is something that's going to come back to haunt you in the future as well. Kavita.
Let's talk about the EMI thing that you just mentioned. Okay, splitting up your bill in an EMI, that's the last resort left for you. But then, what about those people who've bought things on EMI? I want you to help our viewers understand the maths that gets involved in it. There are a lot of discounts and a lot of offers going on when you do festive shopping. If you use a particular credit card from a particular bank, there are finance offers that are offered, and later on you can convert that particular transaction into an EMI. How does the maths work over here? What are the hidden charges that we are talking about over here?
See, normally there is something called as a processing fee, and first time, obviously, your EMI is a little higher, which they tell you, because in part of that first EMI is where your processing fee and other charges are added, and then the remaining tenure you just pay your EMI. Now, when they say 0% or whatever, so may figure out what is the rate of interest it is they are going to be charging you, because something like say 0.99 to 1.2% per month is still industry wise acceptable rate of interest. But if somebody is charging you beyond that and plus GST and bundling it up, like that, then you know that they are overcharging you. So don't get into those. But even on that festive shopping, wherever, whatever paperwork you want to do, don't get rushed into something. Just figure out what is it that they are offering, what is it that you are going to be signing up for. Does this make sense? And only then sign up. I know that what I'm talking will be like, "Are ye to madam gyan de rahi hai." But fact of the matter is, don't get into impulsive purchases. Now, suppose there is, and today most of the, outlets or malls or wherever, they are all there even online. So, aisa nahi ki aap, the minute you go there, you are supposed to be doing it out there. Otherwise, you are going to miss out. Nothing like that. Go home, see what is it that you are getting into, and then do the paperwork. And also, when you give your KYC details there, please be careful as to whom you are giving these KYC details, because these are usually the points where lot of misuse starts with the KYC. Today we are talking about cyber crime, this, that, and the other. So be very careful as to whom you're sharing your data with, and then say yes to. Don't sign up right away. And see, to answer that question, a little further, whatever EMIs that you are signing for, see how shorter the tenure can be, because this is common sense, because the longer the tenure, I know your EMIs will be lower, but you will continue to pay that interest for a longer period. So see if you can just reduce it in, say, 6 months, 9 months, and be done with it. And of course, the guy will say you aapko 2 saal ke liye milega, but don't take that. If it is possible for you, reduce the tenure and finish the payment. And lastly, please check if there is any prepayment charges. If there is no prepayment charges, then that's like an added bonus for you.
I think we've really guided our viewers if in case they've gone overboard shopping this time with their credit card, and it's very important for an individual to not only be disciplined when it comes back to paying back your credit card, but also for your next purchase or your next big shopping, just be a little prepared. Try and have a fund for that already made. Thank you so much, Aparna, for coming on the show and guiding our viewers.